If you've been following this channel, you might already realize that I do a lot of work with suicide prevention. And yesterday I was sitting down and talking to someone, and I realized that there are really two questions that I get asked more often than any other two questions. And quite frankly, I don't think I answer them enough. So I'm just going to answer both of those questions right here today. And the first question is, if I'm looking for a therapist, where do I find one? And, most of the time the stock answer would be that you should actually call the National Suicide Hotline, which is 1-800-273-8255. That is certainly a great answer, but I'll tell you an even easier answer. If you're looking for a therapist and you have health insurance, flip over your health insurance card. There should be a 1-800 number on the back. Call that number and your insurance provider and tell them that you're looking for a therapist in your area. They should be able to send you a list of mental health therapists in your area, and then you just pick one and call. It's a pretty easy solution. Just be aware, most of these therapists are always in session, so when you call them, you're probably going to get a voicemail. Please leave a message on the voicemail. They will call you back and set an appointment for you. And it's really that easy. The second question that I get asked a lot is, what do you do if you believe you know someone who is thinking about suicide? And the answer is, you have to confront them directly. And here's what that sounds like. First of all, you have to have the uncomfortable, because it will be uncomfortable for you, conversation of saying to them directly, are you thinking about taking your own life? And the answer can either be one of two things, right? If they say yes, then you definitely want to get them help, but they might also say no, which may not always be the truth. So it doesn't matter whether the answer is yes or the answer is no. The secondary follow-up that you have to say is then, do you know how much it would hurt me if something were to happen to you? A lot of times when people's brains are in suicidal ideation, they have a tendency to be a little bit more impulsive. So if you can take the focus off of them, even momentarily, and put it onto you and let them know how much you care, you can really change that person's life in a positive way. So those are the two questions that I get asked the most. If you have other questions, place them in the comments. I would be happy to answer any questions that you might have. And, if you like this messaging, follow this YouTube channel, because very often I do a lot of work with suicide prevention, and I'm happy to help anybody that might be in need.